seat? Yes. Everybody got the first wine? No. First wine outside?
Oh, yes.
Okay, second wine is coming. I told her to pour the second wine because this is going to be slightly longest talk. Okay? So you're going to drink wine in the meantime. Good evening, friends. Welcome to the 257th event of delWine Club. Sixth event this year, and I think this is personally I think it's an amazing event because I met somebody from Gurgaon today who has nothing to do with delWine Club, and he says, "You guys are doing a dinner in Sorrento." I said, "Yeah." So, my God, how can you afford to do it? It's a fantastic place. Blah blah blah. I said, "Well, we are delWine Club." So we are here, and Sorrento is a beautiful Italian restaurant, and we are very happy that in its early days we are doing one here, and in later days we'll do another one, and hopefully later we'll do another one. So nice to have invited us. And where is Subir is not Subir, a good friend, is gone to open a hotel outside of India. So anyway, this evening I have a few very interesting things. This wines that we have selected, and lots of thinking have gone into it from the point of view of educating our members a little bit. And how this idea came to me was that I went to a conference at Lila about a month ago, and the ambassador was there, and the guy had come from Italy, who used to be my chairman at Vinity competition. Very well known guy, president of Sommelier Association, and then the local sommelier of the hotel was there, and there was tasting going on, and they started with Prosecco. Two Proseccos were there. One was very ordinary Prosecco, one was not as ordinary, decent Prosecco. There was a difference which either they didn't know, but they didn't talk about it, and they kept on yapping about how Prosecco was a great area and it was a UNESCO heritage site and all that. I was so disgusted I walked out. And I said, well, I got to at least tell my members what is the real difference. What we drink is not important, but I think if we know a little bit, we know our palate goes little places. And Prosecco is a very interesting story because I went to Prosecco 10 years ago and I've been going there very often. And one of the most popular drinks in the world. Getting to be more and more crappy every day because more quantity, less quality. But we drink it, it's not expensive, so we drink it. But there are two kinds of Prosecco. One is DOC and one is DOCG, and that's what I want you to know the difference. Because there is one is like a Rolls Royce, the other one is I would call it Mercedes. Yeah. You have to come down on that, but I would call it Maruti, of course. So, what happened? In 2009, they used to make Prosecco DOC and Prosecco IGT. The IGT meant you can make whatever the hell you want. You use the local grapes, you bottle them anyway, Charbon method, and you sell it out. They were selling at Euro 40, Euro 50 cents a bottle, and millions of bottles were selling. But in the meantime, the world was getting smarter. They were making Prosecco in California, they were making Prosecco in Australia. So these people got really worried because that was the time when it started becoming popular. And if you know, 2008 and 9 was the recession period, and in England, in the US, people started drinking like crazy. So these people got smart. They said, okay, let's make this DOC into DOCG, and IGT make it DOC, and the whole world will drink DOC Prosecco, and you can do as much as you want because the rules are very liberal in DOC area. So DOCG is what excites me, and those of you who go to Veneto, you go there and you will come and thank me and you probably send me a case of that Prosecco or whatever else. You wish. I wish. You see, there is a city called Cortiglione and a city called Valdiviane. But 22 kilometers stretch, very hilly area, beautiful classico area, and the wine they produce is very special. And this was used to be DOC and later on become DOC. They make about 70 million, they made 70 million bottles in 2007, and they made 74 million bottles in the last year because there is just so much space you cannot increase the capacity. IGT, on the other hand, became DOC, and industrialists, we have a lot of like businessmen here, Italians are like Indian businessmen. They bought acres and acres of land, went to the government, put pressure, lobbying, pride, whatever you call it, and they got the whole area converted to DOC. They, in that area, they are big producers. Cooperative who make 20 million bottles is no big deal for them. There are many people making 20, 25 million. Whereas in the original area, they make maybe 1 million bottles, 100,000 bottles, 500,000 bottles, like that. Now, that is DOC, what you are drinking in India. Most of the people are getting that, and it's reasonable. Chiamo sells for 12-15 rupees a bottle. It's almost as expensive as Indian sparkling wine. So why not? Okay, another story. But I am focusing on DOCG. There in Conegliano, there were the two partners, Carpene and Marlboro. They got together in 1872 and started making sparkling wine with the way it should have been made, and that is the wine we're drinking today. Carpene Marlboro DOCG, and I said we must have. So you take, this is about the best. You can never say best in wine. It's one of the best wines that you can see in India, for sure. And as you might have noticed, fuller on the mouth, citrus, complex, pineapple aromas, minerality, all that goes from the soil. And the grapes are same, Glera, DOC or DOCG. But the quality of the grapes is a lot better, the yield is much lower, the process is more regulated, and so the wine is definitely better. You are importing Valdo, but the DOCG I think.
Valdo is 43 different levels.
Yeah, I know. You see, so therefore what the producers are doing now, they are also smart. You know, so the producers in this area, they make DOCG 74 million bottles. Then they buy from all around and label themselves. You know, I mean, sometimes I get very disappointed with Italians. You can make Prosecco in Piemonte. I mean, this is a strange rule, but they have some loophole. So actually, some of the Prosecco is made in Piemonte, it used to be IGT, and now it is DOC. But the real beauty of Prosecco you taste is in DOCG. There is another one that if I ever get it, we'll talk about, so let's not spend time on that. So, the reason why I chose to have this particular sparkling wine, and I would say that was the reason to have the dinner, because that's the day we were there, and next day I came for tasting here, and I decided that we're going to have a dinner here, and I'm going to get Carpene Marlboro. At a friend's daughter's wedding 5-6 years ago, I organized the wine for them, and I organized this wine. And everybody wanted more champagne and more champagne. I kept on saying it is not champagne, it's Prosecco. It's not champagne, it's Prosecco. At the end, I said, hell with it. I mean, champagne is not my dad's luxury or something, you know, forget it. Watch for it, okay. That is point. And that was the only wine that was finished. We had 50 cases, something all gone. Other wines were still there. And some of you who might have been there, but at Adil's wedding also, I got the same wine as the Prosecco as sparkling wine to be served that. It's a very nice wine. I frankly love it. I mean, that's a question of how much you like it, but I just wanted you to know that DOCG is not necessarily better than DOC. Some DOCs are good wines too. In the Treviso area, the people making wines for centuries, you know, so they are definitely better than ordinary DOC, and the people who are like cooperative, who are come up in the last 5 years, and they're I won't name a producer, he's a friend of mine, very big producer who had nothing to do with Prosecco 6 years ago. And today he's producing 20 million bottles of Prosecco, and each bottle I think gives them a profit of €1 at least. So you know how much money he made in the last 5 years. Okay, the next wine, again there's a very interesting story, and that's why I selected the next wine. What we're having, it's, have you got the second wine?
Yes.
Okay. Now this, I'm talking not as much of wine today as the history and background of the story, because that's always a very interesting thing to know. There is this winery, Piccini. Piccini is a winery in Tuscany. We have 2 wines from them. One is Memero, IGT wine. These people, what they did, family-owned winery, very big winery, but family-owned, and 6 generators. So 1861 is when Italy became free or got united, became an independent country. So they were celebrating 150 years when that would have been 2011. So they brought this wine. So what was their concept? They wanted to bring grapes from 4 different parts of Italy, combine them and make a wine and call it unification wine. Memoro is like a history or remembrance or whatever you call it. That's why they call it Memoro. There's a Memoro red and a Memoro white. We've served Memoro red once, but Memoro white we never served. So this is made from 4 grapes, Chardonnay, and then they have Vermentino, they have Pecorino, and there's one more grape goes into it. So 4 grapes, and all from different parts. One is from Levante, one is from Veneto, one is from Sicily, and one is from south of eastern side. Friuli, I remember. So this is a wine, very interesting story. So I thought, let's have this. I don't know how you like it ever, but it's a very interesting blend. Now, the next one, the third wine, is again the same story. It's a Chianti Reserva DOCG from Ticini. Now, DOCG is a big thing in Italy, and yet it is not, because DOCG is a very political thing. People, with political influence, they can get DOCG from DOCG, after that the other. And according to me, this is what happened with Chianti. They got DOCG, I think in 1984 or something, and Chianti per se is not that great a wine. Those of you who have been drinking wine that time know that Chianti became a cheap wine because same thing that happened for Prosecco. That's why I wanted to have the two for you to know and we remember that one saying today that Prosecco is going to have a downfall, and I'm the only one who's saying it today because they shorten the world all over. But already what it is, I'm sure Kawa is improving quality. I'm pretty sure things will change. Anyway, same thing happened with Chianti. Chianti became very popular for the last 150 years. And in the 60s and 50s, it was going like Prosecco today in great wine. So their quantity became more and more and more, and quality became less and less and less. So government take more and more land all around. Wherever you find the land, you can make Chianti. And therefore, it became Chianti first, and then Chianti was DOCG because of the political influence. So what we have today is a Reserva. Reserva is better than a regular one in the sense that it's going to oak for more than 1 year more than the regular Chianti. So it's a little more fuller, more oaky, a little more complex. Now, how this one is today, you decide. But the story is the same. That this is the same thing which used to be like DOC or IGT. What is really good is Chianti Classico. You can generally not go wrong with that. Again, specified area can't be free. Chianti area is getting more and more and more. Today you can buy any number of wineries in Chianti. You can make as much of Chianti as you want. Produce it and send to India, millions of liters, no problem. Chianti Classico, not possible because of the limitations. But in any case, Chianti DOCG, the Reserva is better, and this is a producer, Ticini. It's a very affordable wine. How much you sell it for here? Any idea how much the price on this? Your menu price? How much you sell the Chianti DOCG?
It is going to sound about 5,500.
5,500. This wines that you're getting, the Chianti Red, it is sold for 5,500, and it's like I said, good house. So the producer is very important in wine. The whole idea was to let you know on that. Okay, so next time when you come and order a bottle of red Chianti Classico or Chianti DOCG, you got to pay 5,500 and for 30% extra. You're not going to do that. But anyway, so this is delWine Club. Enjoy the 3 wines, and this 4th one I will talk about little later. Okay? The 4th one, there are no vehicles, I can warn you more or less. But there's another story. Okay, I'll talk about that. Cheers. Yeah, I'm telling you one thing. I'm very happy that, like India, things happen late, but abroad, Slovenia, whether it's Bulgaria, I've got them to say Jai Ho. Okay? So one day you are all would automatically, hopefully you say Jai Ho. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Reservoirs are going to be a further forces and we're going to start.
कैसे
अब तो हो गया ना
पूरा एडिट करना पड़ेगा पूरा एक्सपेरिमेंट
वो तो